Hello everyone, it's Lynn and Carlos.
Hello.
Welcome back. We're really pleased to show you more of our build in El Salvador. And yes, I've been a little bit absent for the past while. So Carlos has kindly been leading the video process. But I am here. We've just been completely consumed with buying and selling both in Canada and El Salvador. So we are pleased to bring you episode 16.
All right, and without any further ado, let's get on to the actual vid. So here what we have is, what we're showing you is the very front where the front gate is going to be. So they're working on the foundation for the main path going into the property. As you can see, they're doing a good job, okay? And there's a lot more about this upcoming in this video, so you'll be able to see the process. Okay. Now, most of these videos are done at the end of the day. Well, the ones that we get sent from the builder himself, Don Vicente. Okay. So at the end of the day, he does a walkthrough the entire project and he shows us. So here he's basically telling us, you know, how the front fence is coming along, the columns that you have just seen. Right, and then of course the shy workers over here coming up, working on the bodega or the shed. And so as you can see, they are doing quite a good job. There's a lot of progress, especially on the shed. They have parched it. Now the inside is not going to be parched, okay? It's going to be almost what you're looking at. They are making it nicer. Or where the columns are on each division of the other wall, as you can see, they're going to parch it and make it a lot nicer. But we decided to keep the clay brick look for the inside, right? So on this side of the house, you can see we still have only the kitchen windows that have been installed. In the past video, I actually kind of explained that, you know, the gentleman came over, the measurements, blah, blah, blah. So we have the kitchen windows installed at this point in time. They are working on the other ones, and they're coming up very soon. The builder is showing us that all the conduits, the electrical conduits, for where the ceiling is all in place. The ceiling, it's coming up. It's going to be installed very soon. We are at this point in the principal bedrooms, ensuite bathroom. Okay, he's showing us what's being done. There is the faucet installed, the switch. Okay, and this is basically the principal bedroom. Here you go. If you haven't noticed, and you will see this coming up, the tile floor is actually in place. Okay, so is the main porch. The floor is actually done, as you can see right here. Okay, the herringbone, which is Lynn's favorite design, and workers' worst nightmare. It's done, as you can see. We decided to build it or get it done with the clay brick, the one that you see there in the columns. Okay. Because it would actually go with the columns and with the somewhat rustic theme for El Salvador of the house. The builder did warn us that by doing so, using clay brick, you know, it's you're taking your chances because it's a softer brick, right? And it's probably not going to take beating for too long. Okay, so here we go. So this is the main, where the main gate it's being built. Okay, you have the right-hand side column, and then on towards the other end, the left side right there. So they're doing this platform so that the vehicles can come in and out easy. Okay, there's more to it. It's not just going to be this concrete platform, but they're also doing this so that they can build the frame for the actual gate door itself. Okay, so there's going to be a rail and everything, and It should look good and very sturdy as well. It is still a construction zone, as you can appreciate, okay, and they're still ongoing. Um, there's a lot of moving parts to this. The builder has people working on different stages of the house as well. The shed. This is still being finished. The porch floor, as you can see, there's some parting to be done. The gate, the front fence as well. So there's still a lot of work yet to be done. On top of that, so this is the I guess the front garden or so, or the main terrace. There you go. And then of course, as if you've been watching our videos, you can see that on the left side of this, it's the terracing itself, right? And that's coming along nicely. You'll see here in a few moments. So here you go. So this the gentleman is actually prepping the floor to be tile. We did buy some tile for this, and initially we thought of perhaps just doing it, concrete. Leave it concrete. It is. It's only the shed, and when it's not like we're going to be having anyone sleeping there or anything like that. It's just mainly for storage. However, being in El Salvador, you can fully appreciate that you can find tile, floor tile, extremely affordable in most places. Okay, and so Lynn found that one design that we thought and both agreed that will look good for the floor in the shed. We also bought this weed trimmer, okay, because as you can see, the grass that has been placed on the terracing is coming along nicely. It's taking and it's growing, especially in the rainy season. It really comes up fast, so they pretty much have to cut it once a week. So we bought the weed trimmer here, and as you can see, well, some people may be thinking about, whoa, that's a pretty steep slope there, and what about safety, or no safety harness or anything like that? Well, it's El Salvador, okay, and although we really try to emphasize on safety measures, from gloves to goggles, get a rope to secure yourself, they just don't want to do it, and since we're not there, well, we can't really force that on them, right? So here you go. Here's the shed, okay, and the tile it's been placed. So it's looking nice. It's taking shape, as you can see, and it's coming up nicely. There you go. Now there's still a lot more to be done, even within the shed itself. Okay, but it is coming along, and it will get done shortly. Okay. It's not a big shed. It's, as was explained before, it's mainly to house the pressure tank, the water pump, the water heater, filtration system, and so on. So there you have it. Here, I think the builder is going to go around, I do believe. Well, we'll see. But he is showing us, how the terrace is coming along, and there's your drainage channels, okay, and they have proved to work great, okay. So the water is going downhill, being redirected when it rains, and so far so good. Okay, there you have it. Now, alongside the terracing here, of course, at this point you don't see any sort of safety rail or anything like that. Well, that's coming up. That is coming up. The workers in El Salvador, and especially the builder, they don't seem too concerned about, falling off or something like that. And at this point, fortunately, we have not had any mishaps, such as. Okay, so let's keep fingers crossed and knock on wood that things will continue that way. Here you go. So going into the principal bathroom right here, you can see the tile has been laid. Okay, now we're still working on this, obviously. You know, this is the ensuite bathroom. Here you go. A bit of a closet. Okay, and then of course, let me see. Perhaps he'll go in. No, he's actually showing the trim. Okay, there you go. And going into what's going to be sort of the kitchen dining room area. Okay, well, he's going to go outside. This is the social bathroom right here. It's also been done. I'm pretty sure that pretty much the entire house is now tiled. Okay, so it's looking good. It's looking good. It is still, you know, a working area. So yeah, still messy, but you know that is easily sorted once things progress and the working materials are being, you know, are moved out of the house and towards the outside. There you have it. Back into the principal bedroom. Okay, and of course the builders all over the place here with the video. It's hard to actually keep up with them. Right, so back onto the porch area. You can also see that the main columns in the porch are done. They're also done. Here you go. Back onto the front gate, where the front gate is going to be right there. I'm pretty sure most of the columns have been built. Okay, which is great. If you remember, there was a bit of dirt on the right hand side of what the fence is going to be right here. Now it's pretty much almost has been removed. Now the gentleman here, the builder, is showing us this is going to be one of the main pipes coming out of the secondary bathroom. Okay, on its way towards the septic system. Now they had to redo this here, this particular connection, because when we asked the builder, you know, okay, well that's great, you know, the water lines are in, you know, the drainage lines are all in, and all is good, right? And you know how, okay, so same thing for all the bathrooms, right? Plus the venting lines, right? So when we said that, he basically he had no idea what I was referring to is regarding to venting lines, especially for the toilets, right? So we had to explain to him, send them a few videos of, you know, this is the why you need to vent all the lines coming out of there, all the drainage lines, especially, right? The toilet lines, you know, and so this is what he's doing. So there's going to be a line running all the way to the corner here, where the wall and the fence meet, and that's going to provide with the venting for that particular bathroom. Okay, now the other bathrooms are not a problem. There's an actual venting line. Okay, but the other one also needs to be installed. Okay, so one of the things about building in El Salvador, and especially virtually as we're doing. And we're not there, and so we can't really be there every day, indicating, directing, asking right away, you know, how is this, you know, is this place or anything like that. So this is the why we asked the builder to send us videos. The communication is extremely important for us. He knows that. He does a really good job sending whatever information he has to us, so that we're kept up to date on the ongoings with the bill. But having said that, we still need to ask, and we ask a lot of questions because we're not there, and we're concerned at some, you know, at times where, in the case of the venting, you know, for the bathrooms, you know, whether it's actually being done, or did they remember to do this, or things like that. So we try to be on top of it. Okay. However, we can only do so much, being that we're far away. So, in this case here. So this is the main the ensuite bathroom for the main suite. Okay, so they had placed already all the tiles. You can see the line right here. That's tile. Okay, but they had it all the way up about 1.5 meters, and it had to be taken off again because the builder forgot to build the niche that goes on in the actual shower. And so when he sent us the video, I know, a couple of days ago, and he showed us and said, right, well, that's great, it's looking great, you know, the tiling and everything, but where is the niche? And guess what? You know, you're going to have to redo it and build a niche because it is part of the plans. And somehow he either forgot, missed it, or who knows. However, it is now being, you know, carved. It has been carved out. The square is there, and they just have to keep going and retile again. So these are some of the things that you have to keep in mind while building in El Salvador. It's just that sometimes the way they do things are not quite exactly as how they would do it, for example, here in North America. Okay, but it's always, you know, it's a trial and error, and he does learn from it. Okay, which is the great thing. There is the venting pipe right there coming out of the ground. It's going to go up about 2 meters up in the air, and problem solved. Okay. Over here, as you can see, we have the with the fence, the front fence. It's being built. So this is going to be the structure right here. You have the columns, okay, and that's about as far as the bricks are going to go from the bottom. That is, okay. The rest of it is going to be iron. Okay, so he's doing a nice little features. He's building a nice little feature on top of the actual clay brick. And it's looking good. It's looking good. I gotta give it to him. You know, he managed to get the picture that we were trying that we sent him. And even though it really was a picture that we sent him, you know, regarding this, we want kind of like this style here, you know, but we also gave him some liberties and use flexibility, you know, and perhaps some initiative, creativity, if you want to call it that way, to use and see what he could come up with. Okay, and so far so good. Okay, so the main terrace up top. Okay, it's being worked on. Okay, there's still some process now. All of that is going to be grass. We are, you know, planting seed. Well, I shouldn't say we're planting seed. They don't really have grass seed in El Salvador. You can find it, but it's very expensive. And the way they do it, whenever they saw a place, if you're going to install grass, they actually do it by hand. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to be watching them at some point in time placing the grass. I can't remember actually if in the videos back we actually showed at any given time whenever they were installing grass on the terracing. I'm gonna have to look back and really pay attention and see what he sent me in the future once they get to install the grass. Okay, so we're back inside now. The chimney, you can see right there, the fireplace, it's done pretty much. Main house, okay, still working, doing some finishing touches on the main 3 porch columns. Okay, and work continues. You know, it's always like this, 5.5 days a week, pretty much. You know, and there you go. The front gate, it's being worked on. The gentleman here with the red shirt, he's the welder. He's actually working on starting to build the fence. Okay, his name is Wilson. He's actually a very able man. Okay, very talented. Here you go. Okay, satellite dish. It's installed. That's one of the first things that the company did come pretty fast and got it done. Okay, You can see right here on the right, on the gentleman. One is the electrician, the other one is the man from the TV company and internet. And so they're installing the cables, okay, for cable TV, and of course, the rest of the electrical work. Okay, there you go. So far so good. There is your water storage or your cistern. Okay, all done. We are going to cover that. All of that is going to be, away from the elements as much as we can. Bodega or the shed is coming along, as you can see. Okay, and so far so good. There's the property next to us. Okay, it's actually a relative of mine, a cousin. Okay, they built there, but that is all prefab, not even close to be. So here you have it. Thanks again for watching our channel, and